welcome back to my channel. Happy National Scrapbook Day and weekend. Thank you for joining. I'm so excited about this layout and what I'm going to show you. This is the exclusive design team shaker challenge for the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. I'm going to link the Facebook group below so you can come on over and join us for games and challenges and fun prizes all weekend long. So please come on over and join us. So we're going to make a shaker together today. I'm so excited to be on the design team of the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file team. Yay! I made this really cute shaker mix. Isn't that pretty? All kinds of different colors. And I wanted to use the Pink Paislee 5th in Monaco collection. Remember that collection? I was hoarding it because I love it so much. So we're going to use some of that up today. And I've got some cute pictures I love so much. Look at my great niece. It's her birthday when she turned 3. Totally adorable. So we're going to do those. And then this is the awesome Diamond Background cut file that Virginia designed. Isn't that beautiful? I went ahead and backed it with some acetate because we're going to make some shakers today. It's going to be so much fun. So I have some white basil cardstock and I'm going to border it with some of the beautiful 5th in Monaco papers. Look at that. Gorgeous. I love that. I did gut the paper because I wanted to be able to use more of it. Didn't want to waste it. So we're going to put that together. And then I'm going to go ahead and let me get this picture together here. I'm going to back my photos with I think 3 or 4 layers of really pretty patterned papers. It's going to look nice. I did a white background on it just to make the photo stand out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put this together. I'm going to back it with the pattern paper first just to make it pop. And I think that these papers are awesome with her cute little dress. It makes it look really, really cute. Okay, and then I'm going to back it with some pretty bright pink basil cardstock as well. And then I thought to make it pop off the white background, I would also back it with some scraps of black paper that I have. I didn't have a piece big enough, so I'm just going to paper piece it together. I'll show you how I do that in case you've never done that before. If you don't have enough paper to back your photo, just go ahead and use a couple pieces. You'll never be able to tell, so don't worry. It's a good way to use up your scraps too. All right, so I'll get this on there. Nice and straight. Perfect. Now we have all those layers. Doesn't that look good? I'm going to go ahead and trim this off to make sure it's all nice and even and straight. I have this little Crafter's Companion trimmer that I like to use because it's got the guillotine handle. So there's that all nice and straight now. So what I was thinking about doing is making this beautiful diamond background into a grid. So I'm going to cut this 4 times, and like I said, I backed it with some acetate, and then I'm going to lift it up on some foam, and then I'm going to put sequins underneath it. So I'm going to put one here, 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 and here. So let me go ahead and get that going, and then I'll do like 3 of them, and then I'll come back and we'll do the 4th one together so the video's not really long. Okay, be right back. All right, here we go. We're gonna make some shakers together. How pretty is this, right? Oh my goodness. I did 3 of them so the video wouldn't be really long. Look how pretty that looks with this paper and this gorgeous cut file. Isn't that beautiful? So all I did was, when I was in my Cameo software, is I laid out these cut files in 4 spots, of course on a 12 by 12, and then just measured it all so I would know that I would have enough room for my border that I wanted to put down and that these would be centered properly. So let's do this 4th one together, and we're just going to put it right in there. And I'm using these cute, well, they're not cute, they're very useful strips. They're foam strips. I got them at scrapbook.com, and they're excellent for raising up your cut files. I just think they're fantastic. So I'm going to use those, and then I have backed this onto the border already, and see I have it popped up on all four sides. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this there. And you can back your cut files to do shakers with acetate sheets, or you can use the plastic packaging from any of your stickers or chipboards that you get. And you can also back your cut files and put sequins in it by just using some tulle. So if you have any tulle laying around, go ahead and put tulle down in place of the acetate. That comes out really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that these are all lined up this way and this way. And then I'm just going to draw a line with my pencil. And we'll never see that once we get this on there, because that way I know how far up I can put my sequins and not have them stick to the adhesive or the glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and spread those out a little bit, because when I put this down, I don't want any of my sequins for my shakers to be sticking to the sides of the cut file, because then it'll put bumps in it, and you want this to be flat. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this, and this is going to be just a little tedious, so I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. Take the backing off my foam strips. I have to use tweezers because I can't get the backing off any kind of foam squares or strips or anything to save my life without my tweezers. So there's that. And then what I'm going to do is use my fine liner, and I'm going to also glue it just to make sure it stays down very, very well, because I don't want the sequins to come loose and come apart in time in my album all over everything. What a mess that would be. So I'm always using glue when I put my shaker sequins together. And just a very thin line. And then I'll be able to gauge this by that pencil mark that I have drawn up on the top. And then I'm just going to line this up. And when you use glue, it does give you a little bit of time to be able to move things around a little bit, so you can make sure it's straight. It looks pretty straight to me. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Handmade does not need to be perfect, right? So I'm going to hold that down for just a second while that glue dries. I use Scotch Tacky glue in my fine line bottle, in case you are looking for a new glue, or if you want to know the glue that fits in the fine liner bottle. Grab the excess glue, and look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love sequins so much, and I love making the mixes to match papers. So we got 4 of those, and then we're going to put our pictures together on top of it. Now, of course, with anything, shakers of this size and mixed media or anything, you always end up covering up a little bit, but that's okay. So I think I'm actually going to flip this around and put one picture here, and I want it to hit the diamond so it doesn't look funny in the middle. I want it to be like straight across. So I thought I'd put one picture here, and then another one up here on top. Oops, I'm sticking. Oops, I got it. Put a cute one up here. And then put another one down here. And it'll be nice because the sequins will move around too. And it'll be nice that if you put a lot of sequins inside your shakers, but still keep it flat, then even if they move around, you'll still be able to see them throughout the entire shaker. All right, so now let's get some decorating done. I thought with this beautiful paper and this gorgeous sequin mix that we wouldn't need too much embellishments, and the embellishments that I'm going to use are going to be black and white, just to keep it simple and make sure that the shaker is the focus second after the photos, of course. So I'm just gonna corner some fussy cut flowers from that 5th in Monaco collection into this. And then these are the older Maggie Holmes sequin flowers. Aren't they cool? I just thought it would look really good with all the other sequins. And tuck some butterflies in. I fussy cut these butterflies out of the paper, and then I put little gemmies in it. Those are from Honeybee Stamps, my favorite. If you want to get yourself some, those can be found at scrapbook.com. So just a little cluster. I don't want tons because I don't want to cover up so much of the background, and I also don't want too many colors, like I said, so it takes away from everything. Okay, so I was thinking about cornering some more black and white flowers up in here, putting some just in a corner here. Oops, I can't get it in. There we go. Like that. And then putting this flower up there so you'd have a like visual line to draw your eyes to the pictures. Tuck another little butterfly in there. So cute. All right, I'm going to stick this down, and I'm definitely going to put foam squares behind the flowers that come off the shaker cards, and foam squares underneath the butterfly wings, just to give the butterfly some dimension and make them look like they're really flying. So I'm going to glue that down, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I got everything glued down, and I really, really love how this came out. It's so awesome. And this is a heavy, heavy layout with all these beautiful sequins in there. Isn't that wonderful? Look at this beautiful cut file. Great, great, great way to use a cut file is in a grid layout. So again, the challenge from me is to create a shaker. You can do a very simple shaker. You can do a tiny shaker, a big one, your whole layout, whatever kind of shaker you want. Feel free to put a shaker on your layout and enter my challenge. And I also love this cut file so much, I had to do it in like 3 different ways. So again, we have this with the grid, cut it smaller, do 4 of them. You can do just 1, it's up to you. And then I did this one too. This is going to be a double layout, and this will be on the other side. So I cut the cut file and I backed it with a piece of acetate, and I used the same border on this beautiful layout too. But this is a full-size cut file with all those pretty sequins in there. Isn't that pretty? Look how cute she is. I can't stand it. Look at her. So this was her 3rd birthday, so I just put happy birthday right on the photo so I could try to leave as much of the shaker and the beautiful cut file visible as possible. Same collections here. I made a little bow with a metal die. And for this, you guys, a lot of times if you make a shaker this big, it's all going to drop to the bottom of your cut file and your page. So if you notice, when I lift this, nothing is really moving. So what I did is I have a bunch of loose ones in here, but inside I took a little pencil and I made a mark inside each one of the little holes in the cut file, and I glued down 3 or 4 sequins where you could see them. That way when you're moving it around, you're not losing all your sequins and they stay in place. So that's a little tip for you if you want to do that. Make sure if you do a shaker pocket, glue a few of them around sporadically in good places where you can see them, and then dump a whole bunch in there and then put your cover over it. That way you'll always be able to see your sequins no matter what. And then another thing you can also do, it doesn't have to be a scrapbook layout. You can do a traveler's notebook layout or any kind of small 6x8 layout, or if you do 8.5 by 11, that's fine too. I made a card. Isn't it cute? I love it. This is the Jen Hadfield Hey Hello collection that was out. I just thought these colors matched really perfect with the sequins. So this is a pretty little card that you can, you know, quickly use your sequins up and make a card for your best friend or your mom or anything that you got going on. All right. So I just always put a little piece of paper from the collection inside just to make it a little pretty. And it says just a little note to let you know I am thinking of you. Isn't that cute? So you can use this beautiful cut file in all kinds of different sizes and all kinds of different ways. If you have any questions about how to make a shaker, please feel free to leave a comment below or write to me in the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. I'm happy to help you. Let me know how you like this layout. And again, please come to the Facebook group and enter the challenges that we have going on for games and prizes. I'm going to link the cut file shop down below so you can go ahead and get yourself some awesome cut files. They are 25% off. All cut files are 25% off this weekend from the 1st to the 3rd. So be sure to check out Virginia Walker's shop. And thank you so much for joining me today. Happy National Scrapbook Day.